What is a fighter's favorite part of a joke? The punchline! Today's episode is a real knockout. Get ready to encounter the joys and horrors of mixed martial arts in the new paranormal. Born in Nagoya, Japan, and currently based in Kailua, Hawaii, my guest today is a featherweight UFC fighter who has been training for this moment since he was 15 years old. And by this moment, I mean this interview with me. Please welcome Martin the Spartan Day. Martin, what is it like to fight for a living?
Oh, sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's you're tired a lot, but yeah, I wouldn't really have it any other way. It's something I've always wanted to do. I've been a martial artist, or wanted to be a martial artist for my whole life. So being able to do martial arts every day for a living is definitely cool. It has like the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. But like I said, I wouldn't have it any other way.
I got into a fight with 1, 5, 3, 7, and 9. The odds were against me. What does your day-to-day workflow consist of?
Well, usually on a regular day, I'll wake up and I actually train some people too. So usually I'll do like a couple of early morning clients. I have people that want to learn how to fight, people that just like want to stay in shape.
Oh yeah? Ever train any hamburgers? I hear they're always hitting the gym to get better buns. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, so I'll do that early and then I'll go and get my own training in. Usually I'll have a morning training session, which will, depending on the day, will consist of strength and conditioning, jiu-jitsu, MMA practice, usually one of those. So I'll do that. And then after that, I'll have some lunch, maybe work with another client, maybe teach a class or so, a couple classes. But then I'll hit another training session again at night. Sometimes I'll hit 2 training sessions in the morning. But usually my day consists of at least 2 training sessions a day. I try to make sure that when I'm not in fight camp, I get at least 10 training sessions in every week. And it just consists of, evenly spread from what I need. Of course, making sure I get my rest days in there too. You gotta get the rest.
I'm sure those rest days are very welcome. What did one shoe say to the other shoe when they were fighting? I want to sock you in the eye so bad. What are some common stereotypes about fighters that you'd like to address?
I don't know, man. I know that every fighter that I've met is just the nicest person. I think that stems from just having most of us come from martial arts backgrounds. So, part of the martial artist background is that most people are respectful and courteous to others and honorable and all these great values that come along with martial arts training. So as MMA fighters, I think a lot of people think that they're just like these big meatheads that just want to beat people up and stuff like that. But there's some very highly intelligent individuals who are professional fighters and who train. And this sport of course, it's a very physical sport, but it's mostly mental. You gotta be mentally smart. You have to be able to adapt your training methods. You have to be able to approach things in an intelligent way so that you don't get injured. I mean, the list goes on, but yeah, it's a very the sport takes place up here most more times than none, and you got to have that put together more than anything.
Ah, yes, intelligence will never stop being beautiful. By the way, what happens when 2 triangles fight? They square off. Who are your favorite fighters?
Any Hawaii fighter will be my favorite fighter. Max Holloway, BJ Penn, Russell Doan, all all the guys that are in the UFC now from Hawaii, and not even just the UFC guys, but so that's a super biased question when you ask me that one. I'm always gonna go with the Hawaii fighters. To answer your question fairly, one of my favorite fighters growing up has been Wonder Boy Thompson. He's been most of my favorite fighters have been like strikers. Anderson Silva.
Did you hear about the guy who lost a fight by getting kicked in the mouth? He now knows the taste of defeat. Martin, when you lose a fight or suffer an injury, who or what do you turn to for support?
It depends on what the injury is and how you lost the fight. But really, the first person you got to turn to is yourself. I think for me, my mentality is I want to take full responsibility of everything that goes on in my life. So if I take a loss or if I take an injury, I'm not going to be like, this guy spazzed out and that's why I got hurt, or this happened because this coach didn't do his job in my training camp, or this and that. I'm always going to take full responsibility. Even if those cases were true, at the end of the day, this is something that I chose to do. I chose to put myself in harm's way. I chose to get in that cage and fight. I chose to go to that training session. I chose to be partnered up with this individual. I chose to hire this coach. So at the end of the day, you got to be able to take responsibility. And I believe that's what leaders do. Leaders take responsibility for everything that's going on around them. So yeah, that's number one. You got to look at the man in the mirror. And then number two, you got to just seek the help that's from the professionals that you need. Like for example, you suffer a loss it's because maybe I suffered a loss because my jiu-jitsu sucked and I got stuck on my back the whole time. Then I'm going to go to the guys I need to go to for that, the jiu-jitsu guys, and like, hey, how can I improve this? I got to get up from this position. I'm having a hard time with this. So you just take it on a case by case kind of thing. But like I said, number one guy is yourself. You got to look at the man in the mirror for that one.
I lost a boxing match with a pirate once. He had a vicious right hook. Martin, what is the scariest thing about being a professional fighter?
Just not being able to live up to your expectations of what you wanted to accomplish in your career. And that goes along with just putting in the work, leaving no stones unturned, and doing everything that you can possibly do to get where you want to be, so that you don't leave any doubt in your mind when it comes to the end of your career about, I should have done this, I should have done that, if only I did this. Max talks about that. He says, you don't want to be that guy saying, oh, I could have been this, I could have been that guy, I could have been doing this with my career. But, you just got to leave no stone unturned, put the work in now, so that when you're 40 or however old you are, when you retire, you can look back and say, you know what, I did everything I could have possibly done, and just have that peace of mind, when it's all said and done. So not having that peace of mind, I would say, is the scariest thing that could happen to you.
Wise words from the Spartan himself. How do modern Spartans cook fries? In Greece. So, how do you keep motivated?
Nothing motivates me to move on day by day. I'm unmotivated. I'm very unmotivated, but I don't need motivation. I have discipline. So yeah, you don't want to get up in the morning and go lift weights, do your sprints, just yesterday, I'm like, oh man, I got to go do my sprints in the park. You don't want to do this. You're not motivated to do this. You're not like, yes, I'm ready to go do my sprints. I'm ready to go and get punched in the face. Yeah, I mean, from time to time, it's fun, but you don't need motivation if you have discipline. Discipline is what keeps you going on a day-to-day thing. Motivation comes, you can wake up one morning and be motivated for no apparent reason. And then the next morning, you're unmotivated for no apparent reason. So yeah, when you rely on motivation, you're screwed. When you rely on discipline, it keeps the fire burning. So that's all you need. I don't need motivation.
Martin, it's time for the lightning round. Go! Favorite movie?
300.
As expected, Martin the Spartan Day. Last Halloween costume?
Kailua Boy t-shirt. I was 13.
Charming. What made you laugh out loud recently?
Instagram post.
If not fighting, what other job would you be interested in doing?
I'd be a martial arts instructor.
What is one guilty pleasure song from your youth?
That one good Charlotte song. It's Young and Hopeless. That's the song.
Man, this track really brings back fond memories of my emo days. Martin, thank you so much for shooting the sheet with me today.
Yeah, bro. Right on. Thanks for having me on.
My friends, I must ghost you for now. Until next time, goodbye.